I've been at war with my mind for as long as I can remember, and sometimes I lose. I check things 5 times. I second guess everything I say. I doubt the things that I already know are true. I spiral in my own head until I feel like I can't breathe. People think being a Christian means all that should go away, but it didn't. I found Christ and still battled obsessive thoughts. I entered the church and still felt like a fraud. The truth is, even my faith has been hijacked by my mental illness. And yet, I'm still here. I'm still Orthodox, and I still belong to Christ. OCD isn't just about being neat or organized. It's a disorder of control. It's your brain screaming that if you don't do something just right, something terrible will happen. And when you believe in God, that fear goes spiritual. What if I didn't pray right? What if I didn't confess everything? What if I committed the unforgivable sin just by thinking something wrong? This is called scrupulosity. It's a form of OCD that latches onto a religious devotion. And for someone who loves Christ, it can be devastating. You start trying to earn God's mercy. You turn prayer into a ritual of fear. You try to logic your way into being worthy. And when you don't feel anything, you think that he's gone. The modern world idolizes answers. We want Google to fix our grief. We want therapists, strategy, self-help. We want to know what's going to happen, when, and why. And obsessive compulsive disorder thrives on that. It feeds on that demand for certainty. If I just say this prayer exactly right, if I genuinely feel sorry, if I confess perfectly, I'll be okay. But here's what I've learned slowly, painfully, through tears and silence and failure. Control is not the same as peace. Certainty is not the same as faith. And I am not God. Orthodoxy didn't cure my OCD, but it gave me something deeper than therapy ever could. Structure, peace, and mystery. A God I don't have to figure out, but only fall before. In Orthodoxy, I don't have to reinvent the wheel every time I feel anxious. I can rest in the prayers of the church, in the Psalms, in the rhythm of fasting and feasting, in the tears of the saints who also wrestled with despair and darkness. Saint Isaac the Syrian wrote about the pain of the soul as a path to deeper love. Saint Cilion the Athonite battled thoughts of despair for years, and Saint Mary of Egypt lived in the wilderness, tormented by her past, until grace embraced her. And these are not strangers. These are our family. And I'm learning to be okay with being wounded among the saved. I spoke to my priest once after confessing the same struggle for the 3rd time that week. I was ashamed. I felt crazy. I said, "Father, what if this never goes away?" And he looked at me and he said, "Then this is the cross you carry, and you may carry it for life, but you carry it with Christ, and you carry it to your salvation." That moment shattered something in me, in a good way. I stopped asking God to make me feel perfect, and I started asking him to make me feel faithful. I may never be mentally healthy the way I want to be. I may wrestle with doubt, anxiety, obsession, fear, whatever, until my dying day. But I will never leave him. Not because I'm strong, but because he is. If you're watching this and you've been scared to admit your mental illness, if you felt like a bad Christian because you obsess or spiral or feel numb, hear me. Your diagnosis is not your destiny. Your faith is not measured by your feelings. You are not disqualified. God sees you in the spiral. He sees you when you fake a smile at liturgy. He sees you when you scream into a pillow, and he loves you anyway. He doesn't need your thoughts to be perfect. He needs your heart offered up again and again and again. The Jesus prayer doesn't work like magic. It's not about getting it right. It's about letting go of your control and falling into mercy. This may be the cross I carry for my whole life, but I'd rather carry it to the gates of paradise then drop it and wander into the gates of darkness. And if God has allowed me to suffer, it is only so that I can be made holy, so that others who suffer like I do can know they are not alone. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Say it in the dark. Say it when you doubt. Say it until your soul remembers what your brain forgets. You are still His, and He will never leave you.